Hello, thank you for joining us today in our webinar on migrating to Skype for Business in Office 365. My name is Wade Walker. I'm the Director of IT Services here at FMT Consultants. I also run our Azure Office 365 CRM and SharePoint consulting practices. In addition, I run our internal IT department where we use all of the tools that we're going to be talking about today in production at FMT Consultants. My contact information is on this slide. I can be reached by email at wwalker@fmtconsultants.com or at that URL to LinkedIn that you see on the screen. Might be easier just to go to LinkedIn and search for Wade Walker. There aren't a whole lot of us out there. Today's agenda is going to be focusing really on your phone system. So where your phone system is today and then where it can be in the future. And regarding that future, we're going to be discussing Office 365 Skype Cloud PBX, which is a mouthful. So we'll just be talking about Cloud PBX here in this presentation. And at the end, we're going to have a live demo. So back to the first point of where is your phone system? Your phone system, most of us that were using phone systems at our business today, it's known as a PBX, a private branch exchange, and it's either at your office or perhaps it's already in the cloud. Microsoft's Cloud PBX is a feature within Office 365 that gives you full range of PBX capabilities, of full phone system capabilities, but without the complicated and expensive equipment that you would have on your site. With the Cloud PBX feature within Office 365, you can use Cloud PBX to complete the most basic of phone tasks, such as making and receiving calls, transferring calls, muting, unmuting calls, voicemail, etc. And you can do some rather complex features as well, such as call routing, the auto attendant, the typical "thank you for calling FMT Consultants, please press 1 to continue," and more within Cloud PBX. Late last year, Gartner reported that this space, the phone system space in the cloud, is transitioning from the early adopter phase to the early mainstream phase, meaning that these phone systems now, these Cloud PBX systems, are really entering into the mainstream phase of usage and have become very mature. Most small businesses we see as our clients, they have on-premise phone systems. Moving to the cloud is going to give them a lot of flexibility of getting a full-featured phone system that typically isn't available with a smaller on-premise system, and it's built into their Office 365 subscription at a monthly fee, which is going to actually end up saving them a lot more money while gaining more features. The Cloud PBX solution from Microsoft's Office 365 is built into Office 365. Therefore, it leverages all of the features, all of the integration aspects, and the security and compliance of Office 365. This phone system in the cloud product from Microsoft has been positioned now as one of the leading solutions in the industry, and features are being added on a monthly basis. Microsoft has long been known for their ability to execute, and we're seeing that here with Cloud PBX, especially earlier this year when they added 2 features that really changed the game for Cloud PBX. Cloud PBX license is included in an Office 365 E5 Enterprise 5 subscription. So if you already have that, you already have the features to begin using your Cloud PBX today. In addition, the Cloud PBX features can be added to the Enterprise 3, E3, Business Premium, and Pro Plus subscriptions. So throughout this presentation, I'm going to keep hitting on a few key features, including how you can leverage Cloud PBX to cut your costs when you replace your landline and your traditional PBX. We're going to learn how easy it is to get started with Cloud PBX, including how to provision phone numbers, how to use your new Cloud PBX on features on your phone and your laptop and desktop computer, and the list goes on. And you'll see how this is going to integrate with other applications to boost the efficiency, communication, and collaboration of your team, and get more for less by activating features that are built into Office 365. Let's take a look back on Skype. Many of us have heard of Skype and have used Skype for well over a decade. Skype started back in 2003, so 14 years ago, as what's known as a peer-to-peer solution, which leveraged the power of computing within each person's computer. Back then, we were all using peer-to-peer solutions like Skype, Kazaa, Napster, and other things to transfer music, do phone calls back and forth, and those were very popular applications a little more than a decade ago. In 2005, eBay acquired Skype for $2.6 billion. They saw the value of the Skype solution. Microsoft, 6 years later, decided to spend $8.5 billion to buy Skype. And since then, Microsoft has integrated Skype with their Link solution, retired the Link name, everything is now Skype, and has moved the Skype for Business solution into the Microsoft Cloud. So it's 100% cloud. The peer-to-peer days are gone. So now Microsoft is delivering a Skype solution that is leverage all the powers of cloud computing, scalability, elasticity, and then the security and compliance that all of us expect on a daily basis. You've seen or heard about the digital transformation that's going on these days. Voice services are right in the middle of this digital transformation. As we're looking at this digital transformation, there's 4 key pillars that we talk about a lot here at FMT. First off is to empower our employees. So leverage a solution like Cloud PBX to empower your employees to do more with the tools that they're using. Engage your customers. Customer engagement, customer satisfaction is key to the success of any business. Optimizing your operations. Again, leveraging something like Cloud PBX to optimize what you're delivering to your employees and to your customers. And through all of this, you'll end up transforming your product and your solutions and your services that you provide to your employees and to your customers. And really, this all starts with voice, communication, and collaboration. Because in essence, talking, communicating, collaborating is all about the human interaction. If you think about it, we are using voice, text, communicating, collaborating every day as to how we live our life both at home and at work. And many of us have different features throughout the day, or different personas, you may say, throughout the day, and how we behave and how we interact. At times we're a mobile worker. We're working out of a Starbucks, out of a hotel, trying to find Wi-Fi or good 3G, 4G somewhere to work. We might be working or communicating, collaborating from our house. We've got our home broadband or some sort of solution like that. Many of us end up, in an office 1 day a week, 5 days a week, a few days a month, however it goes. With the office solution, we tend to have more computing power and internet bandwidth, but we need to be able to leverage the tools at the office, such as our desktop computer, to work on voice and communication collaboration. We have a team leader type scenario, somebody who's leading a team, project managing, doing collaboration with people all over, and is using something like Cloud PBX and Skype for conferencing. And then many times throughout the day, we kind of are more than just a team leader, we're the executive, running our entire environment, and leveraging something like Skype, Cloud PBX, and again, communication and collaboration to ensure whatever we're doing for our organization can be communicated to and collaborated throughout the entire organization. And then it extends beyond that to all of our customers, vendors, our partners, our friends and family. And Skype Cloud PBX facilitates all of these types of personas and communications with features and tools that we're going to hit on in upcoming slides. As we look at Cloud PBX, I've put this into 4 key features of any kind of cloud or any kind of communications tool for voice and data communications. First, we're going to hit on calling. Cloud PBX includes all of the expected calling features. Next, we're going to talk about voicemail, including the unified communications where your voicemail messages end up in your email inbox. Third, we're going to talk about meetings, Skype meetings. And then fourth, we're going to talk about 2 features that were released in March of 2017, so just a few months ago, that have really been a game changer for this product. One is the auto attendant, like I mentioned earlier, the typical thank you for calling FMT Consultants. Please press 1 to continue. And then the call queue, which is when that caller presses 1, it then goes into the call queue that we've set up in our environment. Calling, that's the first feature we were going to talk about, Cloud PBX Calling in Office 365. Office 365 Cloud PBX includes calling plans for both international and domestic calls. So you can set up one or all of your employees with domestic calling only or domestic and international or a mix of this. You can port your numbers over. So if you're already on a phone system, you have a premise-based phone system or a cloud-based phone system, and you've got phone numbers that have been used for years and years, you can port those numbers into Office 365. And then if you're looking for new phone numbers, you can easily provision those new phone numbers within Office 365 and then assign those phone numbers to people or to what are called service numbers, which can be assigned to the calling queues or like a main calling number, main dial-in number. This is a list of typical calling features we look for and talk about with our customers. I know this is a bit of an eye chart slide, but I put it in here on purpose because these are what we get asked about the most as our customers are looking for calling solutions, Cloud PBX solutions, and features that they deem required to use in their phone system. Narrowing this list down are the ones that really are the key differentiators for Cloud PBX and are the highest priority for our customers. First is that automated attendant. So when a call comes into your main line, somebody picks it up, which is it's not somebody, it's actually the automated attendant, picks up that call and then dispositions that call to wherever it needs to go. If the caller wants to press 1, 2, or 3 for, let's say, accounting, sales, or customer service, then they can do so. And if there's an operator who can take those automated attendant lines and the call can be picked up by an operator, and then he or she can do that dispositioning themselves. And the automated attendant will likely have time of day routing. So while you're open during business hours, it will route one way, and then after hours, weekends, and on holidays, you can have that call route a different way with different messaging as well. Call queuing and routing is tightly integrated with the automated attendant. The call queuing and routing features we're going to hit more in depth in a few slides. That's really putting calls into a queue and then routing those calls based on certain rules that you can set or that the agents can do themselves. The Skype Cloud PBX clients exist for the desktop, the computer, for the laptop, whether it's a Windows laptop or a Mac laptop, and for mobile devices for the iPhone, Android, and Windows phones and the tablets. Device switching, we can take these calls and do this whether we're on any of our devices and then switch calls between devices. The enterprise calendar call routing, this is very important for all of our customers because again this ties in with the automated attendant for routing calls based on your enterprise calendar, the calendar of your organization, and you can have it route calls based on your calendar. So if you're busy at a meeting, if you're at other busy times where you want to be do not disturbed, you can set that up and then calls can go directly to voicemail and not even ring on your phone or any of your devices. For the call queue and routing feature, the music on hold aspect is employed by many of our clients, and you're all used to hearing this as we call in, we're put on hold and we hear some music. You can also customize this music to be messaging from your marketing team, for example, and it might talk about some of your products and features, some of your upcoming marketing campaigns or other messages you'd like to relay to people while they're on hold. Team calling, which is built into the conferencing aspect, so you can have multiple people on a call, you can record calls, and we'll hit on that later. And then voicemail and voicemail with transcription. So your voicemail messages are coming in to Cloud PBX, they're also delivered to your email inbox, and they're automatically transcribed. Getting a little bit deeper into the Cloud PBX phones and clients. The Skype client again works on PCs, Macs, Windows devices, Android devices, iPhone devices. So it's a very rich client on both the full computer and on the mobile environment. In addition, Skype phones are available, and many of these phones have a display screen where you can do touch on your display screen and you can do conferencing with a video feature built into that screen. At a high level, what's important to remember is that no matter what kind of feature you need, who you are, what kind of persona you are, where you are, or which device you use, the Skype feature in the Cloud PBX is available for you and is aimed to help people be and do better things together. Diving a little deeper into the voicemail unified messaging that we hit on a few slides ago. Voicemail service with no configuration required is built into Cloud PBX. So for many of us who've administered phone systems and voicemail systems for years or decades in my case, setting up voicemail can sometimes be a lot more complex than it seems. That's not the case in Cloud PBX. As soon as somebody is provisioned with the Cloud PBX license and the Cloud PBX services are enabled on their account and they have a phone number, voicemail is automatically set up for them. Then all they have to do is log into the voicemail system, change their greeting, and they can have their regular greeting for their regular time, and then they can also record that out-of-office greeting or that vacation greeting. Exchange email is the location for the depositing and storing of this, as well as the compliance and archiving. For our clients where compliance and archiving are critical features, putting Cloud PBX in Office 365 provides these clients with the compliance and archiving that is governed of them, oftentimes by a regulatory agency, and we ensure now that these voice communications are fully compliant with their needs. Voicemail transcription is active with any voicemail, so if you don't have time to listen to the voicemail, you can read what's transcribed. I've hit on the personalized greeting. There's also a message waiting indicator, so if you have a Skype phone, an actual physical phone handset, you'll see the red button blinking, or you'll see the message on your iPhone or Android phone that you've got a voicemail. And you can quickly reply to voicemail with a call. So if you don't want to listen to the voicemail, you've just read the transcription and you want to just call back right away, you press one button and you call back. Makes your life a lot simpler. Next, at Skype Meetings, this was the third bullet we talked about. Skype Meetings really simplifies the way meetings are performed. Skype leverages the built-in solutions to Skype and Office 365 for better collaboration for you, your employees, and your customers. It includes video conferencing and team meetings. At FMT, we deployed or centralized onto Skype Meetings in the spring of 2016. And in doing so, we've reduced our meeting invoices for the multiple vendors we were previously using for meetings. We've reduced our total invoices by over $2,000 a month. We're now saving over $25,000 a year that we can then invest as we see fit. And we're using the solution both internally and for most of our customers. We have a few customers and clients that still want to stay with a conferencing solution that is specific to them, so we'll stay on that for them. But we're seeing rapid adoption of Skype and leveraging Skype for these meetings, and then using the video conferencing features for that face-to-face communication. And these meetings can also be recorded. So we will record many of our Skype meetings, especially our ones where we're doing training, and then put those on our Office 365 subscription. And then current employees and new employees can use the recorded Skype session to review what's been going on. In addition, I use the video conferencing for when we're looking at potential new hires. So if we've got a new hire candidate who's somewhere across the country, instead of immediately flying them out, we'll get on a Skype video conference, and that way we can get to know each other a lot better by video and then determine the next steps. Here's an example of an integration of Skype meetings with an Office 365 product known as Microsoft Teams. As you can see here in the Teams application, This is a video conference that is occurring between 4 people, and they can all see each other, which is great. There is a, near the middle, right above Catherine Winsley's name, there is a icon that looks like a video screen or a monitor. If you click on that icon, you can control who is presenting content, so you can share files. You can also start and stop recording, so if you want to record this. And then on the right there, you'll see currently in this meetup a list of people, and other people can be added by simply going into the Invite Someone section in the upper right, and then adding them. The fourth point that we hit on was the auto attendant and call queues. And we're going to get a little deeper into this because this is a very rich set of features that have been recently added into Cloud PBX, and were really required features for our customers to adopt and migrate to Cloud PBX. The automated attendant is the automated business line system for inbound calls. So when the call comes in, this auto attendant accepts the calls and can be configured to work with pressing 1 or 2 or 3 to continue, or with voice prompts, so the person can say 1, 2, or 3 to continue. This attendants are associated with specific service number. Service numbers are terminology into the telecommunications world for numbers that are essentially used for services, not necessarily dedicated to a single person. And the service number is what we're used to seeing when we have the main number for a company or a conferencing number, etc. Toll and toll-free numbers are supported for this. And then there are multiple routing options for the auto attendant. The auto attendant will leverage your email/Active Directory solution for if you want to have calls routed to users. And then there's the options of pressing 1 for sales, 2 for accounting, 3 for customer service, etc. Here's a graphic view of how the auto attendant does what it does. A call comes in, and then the auto attendant, which is again an automated feature, listens to the caller, and the caller can then press 1 or 2 or 3 or say 1 or 2 or 3, and then route that to the appropriate destination. There can also be an operator, a human being, as a backup, or it can automatically go to a human being. And that you can view this kind of auto attendant as your switchboard operator. And then again, it supports time of day routing. So it will do, you will have the auto attendant do a certain set of instructions during the day, and then after hours will forward to a voicemail or forward to an answering service, or whatever you want to do for calls that happen after hours and on holidays. The auto attendant works hand in hand with the feature known as call queues and call routing. So this is the automatic call distribution within Cloud PBX. This is also where the music on hold would be leveraged in addition to the auto attendant, but the music on hold would be leveraged here. And in this, you can have up to 50 agents and up to 200 concurrent calls in each queue, which to me is amazing because that's making this a nice entry-level small to medium business contact center. ACD system, so you can have your agents in here up to 50 at a time and up to 200 concurrent calls in a queue and answering calls and then doing whatever it needs to be done for your business. There's a simple agent configuration. Essentially, agents are within people or distribution groups in Active Directory email or mail-enabled security groups, again, leveraging your already established Active Directory and email infrastructure. And then calls can be routed in parallel to every agent simultaneously or agents at once, and then agents that are offline or in a do not disturb, DND mode, then they're not going to get the calls because they've taken themselves in essence out of the calling queue. And then a single agent can be added to multiple call queues. There are the timeout and overflow options that we're all familiar with. So we're all familiar with being on a call to our credit card company or our customer, partner, whatever it is, and being on a queue, and then if there's after a certain amount of time, we might get a message saying, hey, do you want to continue? Do you want to leave a voicemail option? Those are all options that are set up within Cloud PBX, and you can give then the caller an option to do whatever they want to do based on timeout and overflow features that you've configured into the Cloud PBX solution. A graphical representation of this call queues is right here. So again, this call comes in and it will hit the auto attendant and then goes into one of the, in this case, one of 4 different queues that can be manned by one agent or multiple agents. And again, it can handle the 50 agents and the 200 concurrent calls. It also includes skill-based routing. So if you have, let's say you have 10 agents in a call queue and 2 of them are your highest skilled agents based on parameters that are set, then the calls will go to those 2 first. And then the other agents that are new can then listen in and in essence be trained by your more advanced agents who are get the calls first because of the skill-based routing. Again, your next phone system. So we've hit on a lot of features of Cloud PBX, and I hope this has really made you think about where your next phone system's going to be. And to me, your next phone system should be Cloud PBX built into your Office 365 subscription. At FMT, we've migrated multiple clients to Cloud PBX, and they have completely eliminated their previous phone system. 100% of their telecommunications services are now within Office 365 and Cloud PBX, and they aren't using their on-premise system at all anymore. At FMT, we're in the middle of migrating ourselves off of our premise-based phone system to Cloud PBX. My phone number is now fully part of Cloud PBX. I don't really use my handset anymore in my office. I'm using my iPhone and my Skype client on my iPhone for phone calls, voicemail messages, and conferences. So again, really think about where your next phone system could be and how Cloud PBX can be that solution. Your total cost of ownership of your phone system decreases dramatically with Cloud PBX. Since we're using already existing licenses in Office 365, it's being paid for at a monthly recurring cost. So instead of a lot of capital expense up front, well in the tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a phone system, now it's just a part of your Office 365 subscription. And your return on investment is high because 1, you don't have that capital expense, and then 2, you can ramp up or ramp down or basically increase or decrease the number of phone numbers you need, phones you need, people using the phone services based on your staffing levels. And since it's an Office 365 subscription, simply add licenses or subtract licenses and your phone system complies with it because it's built into your Office 365 subscription. Again, we hit on that skill-based routing, which is a great training tool that I shouldn't say all, but most contact centers use, where the most skilled person trains the newest person. So we would set up in a call queue that skill-based routing for those skilled agents to get the calls first. There's the Office 365 integration that we've hit on multiple times. A person's user ID and password to access their email, so user at their email address, Jane Doe at fmtconsultants.com, and then Jane's password gets her access to her email, to her SharePoint site if we've got it, to OneDrive for Business for her files, and now with Cloud PBX we get her access to her phone system. So Jane only has to remember one user ID and one password to get in there. And then since Cloud PBX is integrated with Office 365, accessing your files to share in a conference, integrating with Teams and leveraging your Teams solution and voice services is native because now your phone system is completely built into your Office 365 subscription. And the great news is it's available today. There's no waiting. You don't have to try to sign a contract and get a premise-based solution installed and look at the timeline. It might take a few months to get that going. No, with an Office 365 Cloud PBX subscription, you could be using a phone solution today. Have a phone number assigned to your account and start using the Skype app, and you're using all these telecommunication services we've hit on, you're using it now. And also the competitive landscape is changing in this the cloud-based PBX world. Cloud PBX from Microsoft has really jumped to the top with these features that they've added recently, including the auto attendant and the call queues. Some of the other major competitors out there that you might be using or heard of are RingCentral, 8x8, Grasshopper, and there's also other solutions such as from Mitel and Vonage and AT&T. It's interesting when we price these out for our customers. RingCentral and 8x8 are priced out kind of on a per user pricing, so you spend X number of dollars per month per user. For Grasshopper, it's a per minute pricing, so how many minutes you're on the phone. Calls both inbound and outbound is how the cost is calculated. In all scenarios that we're looking at these days and evaluating for our customers, it is significantly more affordable to use Skype Cloud PBX as the phone system when compared to the competitors, because you're paying for your Office 365 subscription and the Cloud PBX solution in there, and it's a fraction of the cost of these other vendors. And now with the features that are in Cloud PBX, Cloud PBX competes favorably with these solutions, and again is set up literally in minutes. This is the live demo that I've promised to you. This is going to be a pretty straightforward demo, just demonstrating a phone call. I'll be doing this demo from my Microsoft Surface Pro device and calling my iPhone, and we will go to that right now. So as you see here, I have the Skype for Business client on my Windows Surface Pro tablet. And in the dialing feature, I simply just need to type in a number. So I'm going to call my cell phone, which is running the Skype client on my iPhone. So I'll just simply type in the numbers here and then make the phone call. And as this call is occurring, the screen comes up here that I'm presenting and showing the calling screen. And this is also the screen that is used in Skype conferencing. So again, this leverages what's built into Office 365 and the same set of tools, so it's very easy to use. And I've got a screen now that shows Wade Walker, which is me on my Skype solution here, or Skype app on my Surface Pro, calling my cell phone. And I'm on the call right now, and as you can see, I can put the call on hold. I can transfer the call, and I can transfer this call even though I've made the call. I can transfer this to anybody in my organization. I can also invite more people. So again, this is that team calling aspect, and this is the conferencing that we hit on. If I click this button, we'll see the list of people that are in the FMT organization. In addition, I can simply call somebody's number directly. So if I know somebody else's number and maybe they're not in the organization, or maybe they're traveling and they've got a phone that doesn't support something, or they're just at a plain old telephone service line on an old school phone, I can type that number into here, and I can type it into here as well and invite more people. I can mute myself. And over here to the left, as we look at the Skype for Business client, if the call were to have come into me, again, I made the call going out, but if the call were to come into me, I could set some of these call forwarding features to do what I want the call to do. Right now, I don't have any call forwarding on, but if I wanted to, I would have all calls forwarded to voicemail or another number, or I could have the call simultaneously ring somewhere. And even though I have call forwarding turned off, that is the explicit call forwarding, I still get calls to that I don't pick up. They would go automatically to my voicemail. And as you see here with my voicemail, I can call my voicemail, change my greetings, set up my voicemail again. And then if I had a voicemail, it would be available for me here to listen to. And then again, I can forward that voicemail or do anything else I need to do. Since Skype is again integrated into Office 365, you can see now that I am in a call because I've made a call. And I have not set my location, but I could. And I've got this little red circle here, I'm busy. So if somebody wants to see what I'm doing, they can tell that I'm busy. They can actually tell that I'm in a call. So they can say, hey, I might not bother Wade right now because he's in a call. And they might wait for me to my status to change, and then for my icon here to change from red, which is unavailable, to green, which is back to being in an available status. That's the end of this demo. Again, it's very simple. We can get much deeper into telecommunication services and then customize them or have customized discussions for you. So I'm going to end this call. There we go. The call is over. I love it when demos go well. A bit more about FMT. We're a local company headquartered in Carlsbad, which is about 30 minutes north of San Diego. We also have an office in Los Angeles near LAX. We understand the importance of getting the most out of your IT investments. We want you to be successful and want you to get the most bang for your buck out of your investments in your technology solutions. As you see, we're big enough to manage complex projects and complex migrations and help transition you to the cloud quickly, accurately, and on budget. Yet we're small enough that we get to know our clients well, and you get to know us and our team members very well. We have over 2 decades of putting experienced solutions into market, whether it's on-premise or now mostly cloud-based solutions, and we're looking to continue that with companies like yours. Again, my name is Wade Walker, the Director of IT Services at FMT Consultants. Email address is wwalker@fmtconsultants.com, and I run our Office 365 Azure CRM and SharePoint consulting practices. If you would like to connect with me, you can connect with me at that email address, or you can connect directly with any of our experts and our Microsoft certified professionals at 877-245-6423, or you can go to our website at www.fmtconsultants.com. And when you connect with an expert, we'll help discuss with you your plans for migrating or consolidating your existing solutions, possibly even your phone system, into the Office 365 solution. And if you currently are an Office 365 customer, we can help you get more out of your investment, evaluate your licenses, and then ensure you're using all the services available to you in Office 365, including possibly Cloud PBX. And if you're not an Office 365 customer and you're looking to evaluate Office 365 and maybe you want to start small and then consider getting bigger, again, our experts can help you with that. Our goal is to partner with you to implement these solutions like Office 365 and Cloud PBX to allow you to grow your business and ensure that you've got great customer satisfaction. Thanks again for attending. Have a great day.